How can you tell about a person's soul? First of all, most of us, we don't have any way to say anything about the soul because we don't even know what soul is. So it's very hard to speak about something that you have no idea what you're talking about, and to say something that is meaningful. So before we're speaking anything about like what is this soul or that soul specifically, we need to understand what is soul together, right? So to make the like I write about it in the introduction of the Siddur Zichron David and the Kabbalistic meditation from scratch. So I'll say like in a short way that we have the Nefesh, Ruach, Neshama, Chaya, Yechidah. There's the 5 levels, and each one of them breaks to all of the 5 within it. So you have so in short you call it Nar Nechai, that is like the abbreviation of the different levels. You have Nar Nechai of the Nefesh, Nar Nechai of the Ruach, Nar Nechai of the Neshama, Nar Nechai of the Chaya, Nar Nechai of the Yechidah. Each one of them have its own, all of the levels within it. So you have 5, and 5 times 5, so it's 25, so it's 25 levels, but obviously it can go on, you can break it to like smaller pieces. Okay. Now, the Arizal is speaking about the fact that each person, he have a certain level of his being. His spiritual being is in a certain level. So he's starting from, like, supposedly from the Nefesh of the Nefesh, and he climbs up until the Yechidah of the Yechidah. Yeah? That's basically the ladder, like from bottom to top. But obviously, whatever is the person being, that itself breaks to all of the parts of that part. So always a person will have Nefesh, Ruach, Neshama, Chaya, Yechidah of himself within that part of his tikkun. So it can be, for example, that to make it simple, that previous lifetime you were doing the tikkun of your Ruach and you did a good job, and now you came to another lifetime and you're doing the tikkun of your Neshama. Okay? And that goes on as much as you are able to push yourself in that lifetime. And then wherever you got to, so then the next lifetime you have to continue, take it from there, and to continue the work. But the basic assumption is that all those parts have to be rectified. All those parts, with no exceptions, have to get to their tikkun. And when a person is fulfilling his tikkun, so then he can rest in his place in the heavens until the time that everybody finished their work, everybody finished their tikkun, and then basically the whole creation goes to a higher level of existence. Okay, that's obviously, we can speak on each one of those concepts for a long time, but just to have the idea of what we're talking about. Now, so when a person is talking about his neshama, he's not talking about specifically about the level of the neshama from the nefesh, ruach, neshama, chaya, yechidah. We can say that all of those 5, all of the structure, you can refer as neshama, meaning you're a spiritual being. You have a physical being, your body, that more or less we know what it means. Okay, even that is a big secret, the physical body. But for all of those years that they researched it in the science, can they say that they really know what is the physical body, what is the human body? No, they have some ideas, but like it's much deeper. It goes much further than whatever they have. Anyhow, so as much as we know about the physical body, we know that on top of that there is a spiritual being that is connected with the physical body. Okay, so the connection is the nefesh. The connection between the spiritual and the physical is the nefesh, and then the connection between the nefesh and the neshama is the ruach. And the ruach is the main part of our spiritual being. Okay, and that's why we use it a lot. The word neshama, and it has also the chaya and yechidah, which is like surrounding light of the neshama. To make it simple. So the neshama is the main part of our being. That's who we are, really. Okay, we have the physical body. So for the neshama to connect with the physical body, so it has to have those 2 intermediaries of the ruach and the nefesh. So the nefesh is more connected with the physical, the ruach is more connected with the spiritual, and between them they have a good connection, and everything is flowing in that way. So that's generally to get the understanding of what is neshama. Now, when we want to define, like, this neshama of this person is so and so, so what will be the way to do that? We don't have a way to speak about the neshama. We don't have words to speak about the neshama. If I want to describe this person's physical body, so what would they say? He was born in this place. He ate this food. He had an accident when he was in such and such age. So I give like a kind of a medical like history of the person, of like what is his physical body. Okay, so we have the terms, we have the terminology, we can use the language that is describing physical situations, places, and that will give the idea of what is the state of this person's physical body. But we don't have so much terminology to explain about the spiritual, about the neshama of the person, right? So, for example, Rabbi Chaim Vital, the student of the Arizal, he was very, very curious about his neshama. And all the time he went to the Arizal and he told the Arizal, please tell me, who am I? Who am I? Right? Everybody wants to know, who am I? Who are they? And the Arizal, to answer him, he told him, you were this person in your previous lifetime, you were this person in the previous lifetime. So does it mean that that's who I am? Not exactly. That's like different manifestations, different revelations of this neshama in the world that came in different ways. But is it a definition of what and who is that neshama? No. Why? Because we don't have those terms to define. We don't have the words to explain this neshama is what? What can you say? A big light, everybody is a big light. It's coming from a very high level. Everybody are coming from a very high level. So what can you say? So again, there's one parameter of where the person is holding within his tikkun. Okay, that's one thing. Another thing is different revelations and manifestations of this neshama in the world in previous lifetimes. That's another thing that can be spoken about. Another thing that can be spoken about is like life mission. This is the tikkun of this person. He needs to do it. He needs to do that. You have this thing that he needs to work on, whatever it is. So what is the tikkun? Now, to speak about the previous lifetimes, that's the easy part. Okay? Not easy, but easier. But to speak about the spiritual level, to define a spiritual level, that's the place of where the person is working on now to rectify that part of his being, that's a harder part. And to speak about like life mission, what is the purpose of this person in the world, in the creation, that's even harder. Okay? So all of that, what I'm saying is, like I said, according to the answers that the Arizal gave to his student, the Marchu. So he told him about previous lifetimes, definitely. He told him quite a bit about it. He told him that he's working on a higher level than most of the people around. He told him that. He didn't exactly identify exactly what part of the spiritual structure is working on, but he told him that he's in a higher level he's working on a higher level than other people that was around him, even people that they were his rabbis of Rabbi Chaim Vital. Yeah, but he was working on a higher level of tikkun than what they were working on, and that can happen. You see, it happens. But about his life mission, his potential, what he needs to be, so the Arizal didn't really tell him. He gave him some hints, but he really didn't. He didn't really tell him like.
Or was he just giving him hints?
It seems that he knew.
Wow.
It seems that he knew. He had pretty good idea. But he didn't really tell him. So it seems that he didn't have the permission from heaven. Okay, so that's another point, that even when a person knows, he cannot say something unless he gets the permission to reveal it. Yeah. So there's a saying that they say in the world about those things and other things. There's all kinds of people that are saying things about about the redemption. Should be this way, should be that way, all kinds of these. So there's a saying that they say, those that know don't say it, and those that say don't know. Yeah, and that's pretty much like hitting the nail on the head, with that, because and then after you say that, so like what can I say? I can't say, whatever I say, so it's like it becomes to be like a negative. But I can tell you that there was some people that came to me with these questions, similar questions, and I told them, look, I have my way to approach knowledge, that I'm doing my meditation, I'm doing my techniques of meditation, and I'm asking my questions, whatever it is. And I can do it for you, to ask a question for you of your soul history, whatever you were in past lives and so on. And if it can help you, good. Baruch Hashem, I want to help. And if you feel that it's not good for you and it's not true, I'm not saying that what I'm saying is a solid truth that you have to take, you have to believe it, and you have to accept it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying what I'm receiving, whatever Hashem is revealing to me, whatever is the inspiration that comes to me when I'm doing my meditation, I can share with you. And that's something that I did in the past, and a few people that it's not something that I'm dealing with daily, but sometimes when I did it, I saw that it did help people, and it gave them strength, and Baruch Hashem, they were they had the way to take it and to use it in their life. So if it is needed, I'm trying to help people as much as I can, whatever way that Hashem is giving me to help people. But generally that's not what I would like more is to give instructions to people that they can go in their journey and develop themselves and to practice the meditations themselves, and whatever is Hashem is revealing to them, so that will be better for me, that it's something that the person is feeling for himself. So that's usually what I prefer to do. But like I said, if for whatever reason it is needed, so there is a possibility like that, with Hashem's help and with Hashem's permission. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen v'Amen.